Day number 12. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share, and here we are. So I'm gonna show you a clip here in a minute of me handling the heave on the cable winch. This is pretty much all I have to do for mooring. I'm gonna go into it some more in a minute, but I'm gonna show you the clip, and the majority of its entirety I might cut out just a little bit. You know, it's not too long of a clip, so enjoy, and then we'll talk about it, okay?
Got it. Yeah.
So, as you can see, mooring with the cable is so much more easier than mooring with hawsers. If you've watched my mooring a ship video, which you probably have if you're on the channel because it's probably one of the most popular videos I got, but mooring with a hawser takes so much more effort, and I'd like to put together a video one of these days. I just heard of the Hero 9 has like basically like a gimbal lens, so you can, no matter which way you're moving the camera, it stays level with the horizon basically. I tried to do the best I can with my Hero 7 I have, but with I did a video the other day where I was securing the lashing gear, making sure everything was tightened, and I hate that video where with the Hero 7 it's fixed to my chest, so if I bend over too far you're just looking at the ground. So one of the guys on here has a Hero 9. He has one of the gimbal lenses coming, so I'm hopefully going to make a video of the entire stages of what we have to do when we're coming up for dock, which involves doing the lines, bringing the cables out, and then docking, and then the ramps, which I'm going to show you in the end of this video. So with the cables, I'll just tell you, when we run them out, all we have to do is run them off the reel of the winch and stick them out of the rollers. That's it. Compared to mooring lines, mooring hawsers, where you typically have to take out as much as you're going to use and fake it or flake it on the deck. That way when you do send the messenger line, or the heaving line and the messenger line out, you know, they can pull, the longshoreman can pull up all the hawser. If you have some, you know, if some of it's below deck and the line locker, and you don't have enough out on deck, then you gotta start pulling more out. Where with the cable, we just stick the eye of the cable, which is actually on a hawser, just in case, you know, it has a little more stretch to it, and if that snaps, it's more easily replaced. But we just stick the eye out of the rollers, and then as you'll see, or as you've seen in the video, the mate is basically just telling me, you know, to pay out the cable and then take up the cable. So I didn't have to take all the cable out and fake it on the deck. It's on the winch, and it's all just operated by the handle. So much easier. So that also, so taking out the lines or the cables to prepare for docking, a whole lot easier. It's heavier, but it doesn't take as much work. Docking up, also a whole lot easier, because we're not manually, you know, pulling up all the cable. It's on the winch. We just reel it up on the winch. Such a breeze. But yeah, that's today. I'm gonna show you a clip of the ramp, where this is a roll on, roll off. They bring semi-trailers on, so they actually, there's these, you'll see these 3 ramps that actually get lifted up by block and tackle cables on the ship. They get lifted up and then pulled in up onto the ship so the trucks can drive on and off. I only got a small clip of that, but I'll show you that as well right now. And that was that. So that was my day 12. We are up in Alaska again, up in Anchorage. And another part of all this, which I want to say, is I'm so glad of the experience I've had this past week. The group of guys that I'm working with are real good guys. They're real helpful, you know. And I had thought, luckily when I got here, the AB I was replacing actually got moved up to third mate. So being that he was staying here, when I showed up for my watch, I had to show up to the ship by 4 o'clock. Showed up at 3:45 because I figured I'd probably get in the 4 to 8 watch. So I showed up, changed my clothes, went straight out, and the now third mate, who I replaced as the AB, he was gonna have to start at midnight. But he stuck around with me from 4 o'clock all the way until 7:45, until my watch was over. And he showed me what I had to do, how I had to check the ramps, how to adjust the ramps, because the ramps have to be adjusted according to the tide levels. But he stuck around the whole watch. He walked me around the ship just a little bit, not enough for me to remember everything, but he showed me the ropes on the first day. And I didn't realize it until, you know, just a few days ago, where that wouldn't happen usually. You know, like when I go to leave, the guy that's gonna relieve me, we might see each other when we're passing on the ramp, when I'm leaving and he's coming. But I'm not gonna be sticking around to give him a, you know, a run through of how things go. That's just not how it works. And I'd asked the second mate, who is my watch partner, I asked him, how do they do that? Because as dangerous as this ship can be, with the trucks flying in and out, for somebody to show up here on the first day, not know how to navigate the ship, not know how to get, like the 3 ramps we have, there's 2 ramps on one deck, and then another ramp is on the deck above. Well, you have to go through an escape hatch to get to, the easiest way to get to that ramp above is going through an escape hatch, rather than walking all the way back and taking some stairs up and then walking across. And there's no way I would have been able to figure out and navigate around the ship safely on my own on my first day. Because we really have to, like, you have to be looking around, you have to be paying attention. There's guys on here that have been hit by trucks that have been moving on the ship. It can be really dangerous when they're doing cargo. So I luckily had somebody to walk me through it. And that brought the question, what happens when that doesn't happen? And the second mate told me, where rarely is that the case, because usually the reliefs that come here have been here before. But he said when it does happen, if the now third mate wasn't here, the guy I relieved, if he wasn't here, the second mate told me he would have just sat me right at that one ramp and not made me do anything, just for my own safety, because I don't know the ship, I don't know how to navigate, I don't know how to stay quite, you know, safe with all the trucks on my first day. And he said he usually will run back and forth checking the ramps that first day until I do learn how to go around the ship. So I can imagine we just got a new third mate, and the one that left had said, you know, how he was basically like thrown to the wolves, where when he got here, the third mate that he was basically taking the spot wasn't here. And so there's nobody to show him where to go, what to do on his first day. And that can be nerve-wracking, especially when you think about it, knowing that there's been people that have gotten hit on here just because they weren't looking out. You get to a brand new ship and you don't know your way around, you don't know where to look, for one. It could be dangerous. That's it. If you haven't already, again, hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.